Everyone, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. My name is Yessie Baker. Welcome to my channel. So I basically do beauty videos or lifestyle videos and blogs occasionally, mostly mom inspired. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm also pregnant and I have been doing pregnancy updates in case you guys like those videos. You don't have to be pregnant or you don't have to be a mom. I really, used to enjoy watching videos like that even when I wasn't married. So I would like you guys to go ahead and subscribe if you want to and if you enjoy this video. So last time we talked about birth control, we actually talked about my experience with the Nexplanon. I did have the Implanon on because I used the Implanon and it was years ago. That's how it was called years ago. So now it's called the Nexplanon. So if you guys want to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and add the suggestion right here if you guys want to see how my experience was with that. Today we're going to be talking about my experience with the Mirena. So if you guys are interested in using that type of birth control, I will go ahead and recommend you guys to watch this video. Okay, you guys, I don't want to say it, but my experience with the Mirena was horrific. When I had my appointment to get it, to get my Mirena, I went to the doctor's office and I was 6 weeks postpartum. So I wanted to make sure, 100% sure I wasn't going to get pregnant because I had a baby and I just had a baby and I didn't want to have my baby super close together. So I decided to go with the Mirena because it's supposed to last on your body for 5 years. So I knew my husband and I were going to be having at least 5 years, to talk about baby number 2. And when we were ready to conceive baby number 2, we were going to go ahead and remove it. So I just wanted something long term. And anyway, we knew that at least we were going to wait 2 years between kids, so that just sounded really good. The Nexplanon, at the end of my journey with it, I started having irregular bleedings, so I wanted to have something that was not going to be giving me irregular bleedings. That was something I didn't want to deal with. So I decided to go with the Mirena this time, and I just asked my doctor if, you know what I mean, like the pros and cons. So I would definitely recommend you guys to talk to your doctor too and see if you guys are a candidate. So the appointment was really short. I went in, she already had all her instruments out and she was getting, ready to do it. And so basically, they go ahead and put that little thing, I don't know how to call it, in you. And then she told me to breathe and that there was going to be 3 ouchies. That's how she called it. And so ouchie number 1, basically, they all feel the same. And there are 3 different, I don't know, cramps. But it hurts like a horrible period cramp, I will say. Maybe not even, it's like imagine a period cramp, but harder. And not like a contraction either. I don't know how to explain this, but it will feel like a sharp pain, and after the sharp pain it will come, like some cramping will come, like because of that sharp pain your body will react with cramps, So I remember basically what they do is ouchie number 1 is when they put it on, and that's 1, and then 2 is when one of the little T sides comes out. And then the other ouchie is when they open the other one, and then the T is inside of your body. And I'm hoping you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So yeah, like the first one is insertion, and then they open the T, because I think when they insert it, it's closed. That's like at least what I felt, because it felt that way. And so it hurt really, really bad. And I was like, oh my God. And I just told the doctor, this is more painful than giving birth. And she laughed and she was just telling me I was overreacting, but it was really, really painful for my experience. And like I said, maybe I was more sensitive because I just had a baby 6 weeks ago, that maybe it was a little bit more painful for me, but that's just how it was. After that, the doctor said, I would recommend you to take some Motrin or ibuprofen, something for the pain, and I will recommend you to wear a pad, and you can even wear a tampon if you want to for the bleeding, which I wasn't expecting bleeding, but now that I think about it, it's like, yeah, I mean, you had some sharp pain and there was something poking in there, so of course your body is going to react with some bleeding. So I ended up bleeding for like 30 days. That time it was not like a lot of bleeding, but there was certainly enough that you could basically ruin your panties or something like that. So I ended up wearing you know, my liner, my panty liner. So it was not heavy as a period, but it was definitely, like I said, there. So that was it. And then after that, I started bleeding. So I bled for 3 days and then we were fine. Oh, and by the way, the doctor said, if you guys are going to go ahead and have sex, I would recommend you guys to have sex with a condom for a month, because otherwise you're going to get pregnant, because you need some time for your body to adjust to the hormones and all of that. With that already being said, after a week of insertion, I bled for 3 days, and then the following like 5 days I didn't bleed, and after that I started bleeding, and my bleeding was very light, like a period, but extremely light, and I will not stop bleeding. I went back to my doctor and she was like, sorry, the only thing I can offer to you is to remove the Mirena, which was an absolutely lie. And I went with my regular doctor, like my family doctor. I talked to her and she said, I'm very surprised that your doctor did not suggest, you know, just regular, you know, pills, like birth control pills. And she said that the birth control helps you to cut those hormones that are making you bleed. So I was very thankful, and I switched OBGYNs just in case you guys are wondering. So I went ahead and I switched OBGYNs after that, because I didn't like the fact that my OBGYN didn't have enough knowledge. But anyway, my doctor, you know, my family doctor recommended me, you know, like, you know, birth control pills, and I went ahead and I started taking those, and it helped a lot with the bleeding. And after like a week of, so I basically bled for 2 months, and after I went with her, she told me, like, she gave me the prescription, you know, birth control pills, and after a week, I'm sorry, of taking them, I stopped bleeding. So that was wonderful. I finally stopped bleeding completely, and I was able to enjoy the Mirena more. Now I'm gonna start telling you guys about all the bad side effects that I had. So the first one, we already talked about it. It was irregular bleeding, and it was like non-stop bleeding from the moment of insertion all the way to 2 months. And then after that, like I said, I had my birth control pills and everything was great. But after that, I started having a lot of migraines that came with that, and also irregular cramping on my stomach. I do have a intestine condition, but it was definitely not that. I could definitely feel where the Mirena was, and it was cramping. I went several times back with my doctor, and they make sure everything was in place, and everything was great. It was just my body was cramping, reacting to that thing inside me. And then after that, I started having nausea and mood swings, and I was like 100% sure I was pregnant. So I went ahead and I take a pregnancy test, and it was negative. And then basically, you guys, I had the Mirena for 2 years, almost 2 years actually, and I felt like I was pregnant every single month. I was nauseated, I had headaches, I was tired, I was so moody and crampy. And that's why I knew, like, when I would start cramping, I start having all of those side effects that I absolutely hated. I hated having the Mirena. Something really good about the Mirena is that so there was just all of that bad, but there was something I was able to find really good. So the first thing that I found is it did not stop my periods at all. However, it made them really light and very regular, which that has never happened to me. I have always had irregular bleedings, you know, like I will have my period every 2 months, every 3 months, you know what I mean? Like I have never been a regular woman, like every 28 days I was, you know, I was having a period, and this time I was, which it helped a lot to conceive baby number 2, because, you know, I knew exactly when I was going to have my period, when to expect it. But when you're not trying to conceive and having such a regular period, you're like so annoyed by it. So I don't know what you would what your experience will be with that, but my husband and I were able to take advantage of that because we removed the Mirena to try to conceive for baby number 2. So conceiving baby number 2 was actually extremely easy, just like with the Nexplanon. We got pregnant basically the first month we were trying. Now, let me explain to you so to remove the Mirena is as painful as the insertion. So you go into the office, they basically put again like that little guy that has those things to open your cervix. the lady went in and she said, but this time she's like, you're gonna feel one big ouchie. And I'm like, oh great, you know. She went ahead and pulled the Mirena, and the Mirena kind of got stuck into the right side, in my right side, and so she had to pull it. She's like, oh, it didn't come out, let me pull again. And she pulled it, and it hurt like you guys wouldn't believe each time. Again, the same sharp pain, cramping. I still have it in my head because it happened recently, so it was painful. I did bleed for a little bit, but this time was like 2 days, and that was it. The doctor, before I conceived, I talked to her. She knew why I was removing the Mirena, and so she explained to me to basically, she asked me how were my periods, and I told her they were really light, very regular. So she was very happy about that. You know, like I said, we were able to take advantage of the fact that we were trying to conceive so soon. And then she just told me to wait for a very nice heavy period, you know, like a normal period, because I had them so light. And so she removed that, and she just told me wait for a very heavy period or a regular period. You will know that the hormones have left your body. And so that was the case. I removed it in September, and then I had a very light period in September, so my husband and I knew that we didn't want to try, just in case. She said there's a very low chance of miscarriage, but she said, but you know, don't chance it. So we went ahead and waited till October, when I had the very nice period, and that's when we start trying, and we conceived right away. And I'm happy to let you guys know, if you guys haven't watched my videos, I'm pregnant right now with that pregnancy, and everything is doing amazing, thank God. No bleedings, nothing scary so far, knock on wood. So yeah, we're very happy, excited. Like I said, the Mirena didn't interfere with conception for me. It was actually super quickly, it was super, you know, we got pregnant super quickly, and everything was great. So we're very happy. I do not recommend the Mirena at all. I know a lot of people have awesome experience with it, but my experience was so poor with it, with insertion, and then after that, all of the symptoms that I had, they were out of this world. Like I said, it didn't work out for me. If it would work out for you guys, please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm curious to know. I know my mom used it, and she loved it years ago, like years ago. But personally, I did not like it at all. And all of the symptoms that came with it, it was just not worth it. So yeah, when I delivered this baby, this will probably be our last baby, my husband is gonna get fixed. But he's not gonna get fixed right away until we know 100% sure we don't want any more children. And so while we're making that decision, I'm gonna go back with the Nexplanon, because I personally, even though it does have some side effects, the side effects were not nearly as bad as my body reacted to the Mirena. So let me know what you guys think of this video. I know it was out of place because there's so much going on outside of my window. I can't stop staring over there. So let me know if you guys like this video. Please subscribe for more. Don't forget to actually hit the like button in this video. And if you guys haven't watched my Nexplanon video, I will put it right here for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and click that if you're still making a decision on what birth control you would like to use for yourself. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.